Okay, so I mean, as far as your taste of projects go, I mean, obviously you're not fucking around here, you know, in which we're gonna start looking at some of your 2021 productions. But I mean, what was kind of influencing you to getting into like these specific projects? Like, I mean, like who was putting DG stuff out there that you were looking at that kind of made you draw like you're like holy shit, you know, like if you recall anyone back in 2018 or when you were like researching this shit.
Well, there hasn't been a ton of DG Clown stuff made. Like, there's only we're kind of hitting the drop in the bucket as far as DG Clown goes. And you've seen the DG Clown, the pastel DG Clown, and just the color of them is just so awesome, and they age so well. Like, I just knew that that was a project I wanted to get in, and I wanted to start making combos of that. So,
Right.
but a lot of people are doing phenomenal things with the DG Clown project. Will,
Right.
Moros, Justin, several people are, and those people I've definitely kept an eye on, see what they're making.
How many of these did you hit this year?
How many what?
How many of these did you hit this year?
So
Jesus.
far, I've hit two DG Clowns. That's a pastel
Wow.
vanilla DG Clown. I picked the female up from that animal from Andre at Capital Reptiles. It's a pastel vanilla clown het DG. So basically the same animal without DG is what I bought from him, and uh, that
But
animal's
het
also,
DG.
yeah, yeah, it's 50% het hypo too. That one is, but that's a great animal right there. The the spot nose DG clown, I kind of like it a little bit better, even though it doesn't have quite as many genes, just because of the contrast. But man, can't go wrong getting something like that. I was pretty stoked. She's in shed, or he's in shed right now.
Is the other DG clown on your page? Did you post it?
Yeah, it's the one I took a picture of outside. You scroll down right there on
Oh,
the
right.
right.
Oh, yeah. Duh. This is it right here. Yeah. This thing is
Yeah,
fucking badass, bro.
that one's sick. I wish it was a male. It ended up being a female, but the pastel vanilla
Oh,
DG clown's a male, so I'm pretty stoked. I
are
got a
you keeping
male
both of
and
them
a
back?
female. As of right now, yeah, I've had
Oh,
several
yeah.
people hit me up. I've got another couple of clutches that I gotta wait and see, at the end of the season what all I hit and then kind of gauge. But yeah, right now it's a holdback. So
That's a big flex right there, bro. Man,
man,
that's a
I
dreamy snake to make someday.
that animal right there it really is the first, like, I guess, I'm not the type of person to pat myself on the back, but the first really heavy hitter snake that I hit. I was pretty stoked to hit that thing. It was pretty crazy.
How many clutches do you have left as far as the rest of this season go? Are you done? Are you done with your clutches?
I've got probably 9, I think 8, and I got one more delay, and I think I got 8 more clutches in the incubator. So in the DG Clown project, I've only got 2 more clutches though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, other than the DG stuff, like I know we were just looking at this snake here, but this most recent post here, I want to kind of talk about the like it's like what dark night, like
Mhm.
what's going on? Like, can you kind of explain what's going on with these clowns right now? Because I need to be schooled for sure.
Yeah, the one on the bottom. So Justin put a video out, I don't know how long ago, that chocolate and spot nose are a lilac. In other words, kind of like a highway, right? You got gravel and yellow belly, and when you breed a gravel or a highway to a normal, all you can hit is gravel or yellow belly. You can't hit a normal. Same thing with chocolate and spot nose. So those are visual clowns that carry the chocolate spot nose gene. So the one on the top is a pastel, and Justin dubbed it Dark Knight. So it's a pastel Dark Knight, which is a pastel chocolate spot nose clown, and then the one at the
Jeez.
bottom is a chocolate spot nose clown. I don't think they have yellow belly. It was a possibility in the pairing, but I don't think either one of them do. So, but yeah, you breed those to a normal clown, you hit either chocolate clowns or spot nose clowns, no normals. It's kind of a cool animal to have.
I mean, from your knowledge, what do you feel like yellow belly would do to one of these animals? Is it going to brighten it up? You feel like?
It would have made the flaming quite a bit more on the sides, and
Like,
overall a little bit stronger color definition, I think.
right.
But
More of a
very
pop, probably.
yeah, very similar animal still.
Jeez.
in the video Justin made, he talked about the original Dark Knight. He thought had yellow belly and even possibility of red stripe, and he bred it and proved it out to really just be a chocolate spot nose clown. So no yellow belly, which I think that's kind of what I'm dealing with here. So, you know, you always want them to be more than what they are, but they are what they are. So I try and tone down my my process of what I think they are, you know.
I think that's the best bet, bro. Like, honestly, like, even when you try to tone it down, you're still like kind of like favoring yourself all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
100%,
like, because you're just being positive. Like, bless your heart, you know, you waited this long. But like sometimes, you know, especially after a couple sheds too, man, I'll tell you, the whole hypo thing really fucks with you after a while, because like if you're kind of shooting for hypo and you know, you got one that just has a really crazy heavy het influence, and it really shows like that first fucking glimpse into the egg, you know, it just, yeah, it's, you're better off just kind of underestimating, you know, and just kind of like almost doubting yourself, to where after a few sheds, you're just kind of just like, you know, and all right, okay, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I had, when I was in Arlington, I was talking to Justin. He was like, you know, you have in your head so much that you want to hit a certain animal that you can almost make yourself believe that you hit what you really, really wanted to, even if you really have a gut feeling that you didn't. And, you know, I took heed to that. You know, it's true, because like, you know, you're like, man, I know that's what this is, but in actuality, it's probably not. You know, if you have that gut feeling that it may not be, it's probably not, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel you. And that's like the gut wrenching thing about this hobby. Like, there's so many ups, and like, you know, dude, creating anything, you know, that looks sick is a cool thing, you know, but like, there's this certain, like, I think Miguel posted something on his story, is like, you know, like, do you ever have that moment where like you're the odds just destroy your hopes and dreams, and you're just like, God fucking damn it, like, you know, like, you got to be shitting me. And you know, let me ask you this: what do you feel like one gene is like the dangerous gene to play with a lot of your projects? Do you feel like it's yellow belly, or do you have any genes that you're kind of just like, fuck, like the one gene that's almost so hard to ID sometimes, and it almost fucks it all up for the other snakes that you produced and whatnot?
Yeah, you know, yellow belly is a hard gene for me, anyways, to ID. I mean, I'm what people would call a noob. You know, I'm just my second season breeding, and yellow belly would be a hard gene to. But you know, you always got to lean on your people. You know, everyone knows someone knows more than they do. I mean, there's always somebody that knows more than you, and you know, I try and lean on people to help me figure it out. You know, but yellow belly is definitely one of those genes. But you know, it's kind of funny, because even last year, like with that pastel pied het lab to the yellow belly lab het pied, I didn't hit a dreamsicle, but you would think you got pastel yellow belly, and then you got two recessive genes, pied and lavender. It'd be easy to ID, and I'm like, man, I don't know if this one is a yellow belly or not. And just my first clutch of my ever breeding snakes, you know, was kind of like, it kind of brought me down, and I was like, this is a little harder to ID stuff than you really think, you know. And I mean, especially when it comes to me selling snakes, I would rather downplay and sell them as less than what they are than more than what they are. So, you know, I would never want to sell someone short, you know what I'm saying? So kind of
what? Go ahead. You can't.
I was gonna say, kind of a funny story on that. Those two Dark Knights last year, that female actually bred for me. So I did 4 clutches last year. Only one female went the next year, but it was a pastel chocolate het clown. I bred her to a pastel spot nose yellow belly clown, and it was a visual to a het, and I had 7 eggs, not a single clown. So I started to wonder if she was even a het clown. And then this year I hit 2 Dark Knights in the clutch. So I did the exact same pairing 2 years in a row, I wanted to prove her out, you know. Right. But yeah, I was pretty stoked, you know. I was like, well, okay, she's het then. I knew she was. The person I bought her from Justin. I'm like, there's no doubt that Justin's legit on what he said, you know.
Oh my. That's one thing. It's kind of like, man, it's like if you're going to gamble on anybody, gamble on somebody like Justin, and you're going to be more than happy. Like, and it's like almost to where, like, even if you don't hit a het, you'll hit something else. Like, I don't know. It's it's a snake from Justin. Like, Thank you for watching this week's Trap Talk with MJ podcast clip. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. That way you're on top of every single Trap Talk clip that's released here every week. And that way you're on top of every single podcast that comes out every Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday here on the Trap Talk with MJ YouTube channel, where we bring all the hottest up-and-coming reptile keepers and all the most experienced, hottest reptile keepers in the reptile game. We will see you here next week with another Trap Talk clip, and we're out. Cheers!